Um, so this is going to be my third video, probably talking about some of the things that have been going on and my teeth and my surgery and everything. I want to say that I'm healing up really nicely. It's probably going to be sometime in late September for my next surgery. Yesterday I went in. I talk funny with the thing in. But yeah, it's a lot better than my last one. So, they gave me a second denture this time that I went in. He made some adjustments with the shapes because I complained about the first one looking like I was really buck-toothed, and he made them a little bit too long, and they just looked like horse teeth. These are a little bit shorter, and they look more like they could be mine, and the plastic goes up further, so when I smile, because I smile and I show a lot of gums naturally, that you could see that the plastic would stop like right above the teeth, and it would just look fake. And it's not that this looks real, because you can still tell it's a piece, but it's an improvement on what I had. Right now I'm going through the process of trying to grow the bone, because I got the 4 bone grafts up here. No, it's a 5 because I was missing, is it 5 or 6? I think it's 6. I was trying to count. I always forget which ones are kind of like mine. It's 6, so 6 bone grafts, counting the one that I was missing, because before I had this done, when they did my first surgery, they had to actually remove a good tooth of mine in order to make the incision to go up here and to bring it down, because like I talked about before, I had a pretty noticeable, sizable gap that actually it wasn't just on-sightly, it just, everything from like swallowing to trying to eat, it was really challenging. Like, you don't think about it, but it really was. And looking back, like that was 9 years ago. I've been going through surgeries for this since I was like 14. You know, I'm 23 now, and it just it's crazy. And when I went in the first time for the consultation, because we kind of knew that it was going to be happening, but I didn't realize how quickly we'd be starting. It was just kind of a realization that this is happening now, and I just really lost it. Like, I'm not a person who likes to cry, but this is something I've been dealing with for, almost half my life. And so it was just kind of like, this is happening. It's finally happening. Like, oh my god. Okay, sorry. But, I think what people fail to realize is that it's not just a cosmetic surgery, although that's, like, why the insurance doesn't cover that much of it, is because they consider it to be cosmetic. But it's physical, it's mental, it's excruciating, first off. Like, it's not, instant and done. Like, I think that's what a lot of people don't seem to realize, like, when it comes to people who get cosmetic surgery. You don't just get your nose done because you got hit in the face and because you got, you have to recover. And from just a rhinoplasty, that's almost a year. Or sometimes even more before it completely just goes back. This is going to be like 5 months until my next surgery, and then like 5 months into the next year. So my next surgery is in September, and then after that I have to wait another 5 months. So that'll be next year. So you know what? This isn't like oh, I'm just gonna wake up and I get to feel pretty. No, I get to wake up and I get to look at myself and I get to feel busted as hell, like my entire face swollen, and you know what? There's no amount of like, oh, you look so pretty and just focus on what it's gonna be like when it ends. You know, I understand that it's gonna look great and I understand that it's worth it, but in that moment, in that like precise moment, like right now, it's hard to be patient when you're having, you know, semi-solids and smoothies every single day and you just feel tired because you're not really getting your full nutrition, and you can't be this like upbeat and happy person, but at the same time it's like you want to try and be realistic about it. You want to try and realize that there are people going through a lot more difficult things than I am. This is the hardest thing that I've been through. But then you realize that there's people your age. You know, I met a girl, actually she's the sister of she's my sister's boyfriend's sister. That's what I meant to say. She's fighting leukemia, and she's actually doing really well. She's just went into remission, and she's getting her hair back and everything now. But like, my situation can't begin to compare with hers. Like, I don't even want to talk about it like in front of him or his family, because it's like, why am I complaining? Why am I complaining about this and this crap that I've been handed when, you know, this girl who's 25 years old and starting her life and trying to meet people, and, you know, a teacher who's now going to lose her job because of some crap disease that she has no control over. I don't have a reason to be upset. Like, I think for me, it's not so much that I'm upset that it happened, it's that I'm overwhelmed that it's finally happening, because it's been so long. Like, it's a process. It's not instant satisfaction, I'm sorry. Everything has to be a process, and you have to be patient, and it's really, really hard. And as much as like I thought that I was gonna be like ready for it, I don't really have a choice. I'm kind of in and out, but I don't know how ready for this. Like, things like this, you like know that I don't. There aren't really words to describe it. I keep realizing I'm going like halfway out of frame. But yeah, I think because, you know, I know people get implants, and I know people are in accidents, and, you know, ball jumps up and hits you or something. But for me, because, you know, it is glaring. You know, people see this every time they look at me. It feels like every time I talk to somebody, that's like where their eyes are gonna go. Like, I don't feel like they're looking at me. I feel like there's just like a big focus on my mouth, and it sucks. It really, really sucks. Yeah. So, hopefully just these videos will kind of help give people a little bit of an understanding, and I'm not, you know, I didn't know if I was going to make these videos when I started this, because I didn't know how good I was going to be feeling, and I didn't know how open I wanted to be about the situation, because saying that you have dentures and saying that you're going to have implants, and it almost seems like an embarrassment, you know? You know, people my age aren't supposed to have that. People my age aren't supposed to be going through this, and you know there are people who are, and I think it's just to the extent that it is, you know, mine aren't my bottom teeth, or mine aren't the ones in the back. You know, people try and say, I know what you're going through because I had my wisdom teeth removed. I had maxillofacial surgery and I had all of my wisdom teeth pulled at the same time. Please don't. Like, you don't know. I'm sorry, but you don't. Like, you don't know what it is to be struck by a car when you're 13 years old, and to have your brother pick your teeth off of the pavement, and to have your mother praying over you, hoping that you're okay. And I mean, as much as like I'm okay, I think there's physical, but there's emotional scars, and this isn't something I'm just gonna be over with. This is something I'm gonna continue to deal with, and I'm gonna continue to try and understand it and why this happened. I'm not angry at the person who did it. I'm just mad that it happened. I'm gonna go ahead and stop it. I didn't want to cry. I didn't want that to be like this. Just like, I guess if you have a choice when you wake up in the morning to feel crappy, or to take a crappy situation and try it and, you know, make something positive out of it, or I don't know, just, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this.